monarch of the subterranean, legendary lethal lyricist, the master craftsman, Percee P, y'all. And you're listening to Breaking Records Radio. Boom.
Hey yo, it's your boy Monster Man Rocco.
It's your boy Swagger Rock.
This is Snack the Ripper.
You rap for those who don't know.
This is Master Ace. You are now rocking with the best. Breaking Records Radio.
Breaking Records, man.
Breaking Records Radio.
Breaking Records Radio.
Breaking Records.
Breaking Records.
Breaking Records Radio. Let's go.
Breaking Records Radio.
Breaking Records Radio. Breaking Records, man. Radio is like the place to be. I don't know. Fuck strange music, dude.
Check it out, Breaking Records Radio and the place to be. It's your host, Maloney, and I got a very, very, very special guest on the phone with me right now, man. This is hip-hop royalty right here. This man is a legend. Anybody who really appreciates the art of lyricism is definitely familiar with this man's name and his work and his contributions to the game and just his overall influence he's had on your favorite MCs of today, man. We got the legendary Percee P on the phone with us.
Yeah, I appreciate this opportunity to reach the world. You know what I'm saying? Nowadays, it's online now, so we reach the world now.
Yeah, man, it's crazy. Like, you've been in the game since the 80s, so you have seen the full transformation of everything. Like, you come from the days when you guys were pressing up singles when you wanted to put a song out, and, you know, it's funny because it's reverted back to a singles game now, but back in those days when it was a singles game, you had to go to a studio, record on analog equipment, go and press up your own vinyl and go distribute them shits yourself.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it was. But yeah, I actually got exposed from the 70s, the 79s when I started rhyming. And I was exposed to it before I started rapping. I'm talking about like Park Jam stage before cats were even thinking about trying to make the records, you know. So I just saw it from that stage, infancy stages, to about time 88 came around. That's when I made my first recording. So from 88, my first recording on vinyl to now. That's how long I kind of been around. Still in perseverance. That's why I guess I called the album the title. But, ups and downs, but still here.
Yeah, man. You know, like everything you was actually one thing I did want to touch on too. With you saying 88, your first recording was Let the Homicides Begin. Was that your first official record?
Yeah. That's my very first one. BQ, Full Effect, that was EP, Bronx Queens in Full Effect, and with that Gotham City Records, but actually it stood for Bronx Queens in Full Effect, and it was a man, Aaron D, rest in peace. He's from the housing project where I'm from, Patterson Housing Projects in the Bronx, the same place as my partner, the hypnotic performer who was rapping with me on Let the Homicides Begin. It was called Top Priority at the time. So Aaron D was already working on the songs in the studio. So we used to go, me and D.I.T.C used to go with him to the Power Play studio. That's how we met Ivan, DJ Doc Rodriguez, because he was engineering his session. So we already had the relationship from coming there with Aaron. And when Aaron had told the label that he was, recording for about me and my partner, they told him, well, if they could make a good song, I'll put it on the EP. So we already met Doc already. So we started to just put our own session and then we made Let the Homicides Begin, and the rest was history. And Aaron D that put us on really. And on that same compilation was Live Squad, the group Live Squad, who worked with Tupac and all of them, like Big Stretch. So that was their first recording. They had 2 songs on that EP. Aaron D had 3, and me and D.I.T.C was Top Priority. We had our one song, Let the Homicides Begin.
Oh. Wow, I didn't even realize that they all went on a compilation together with the Live Squad. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's.
And so would that have been before Pac was even with Digital Underground then?
Nope, they wasn't down with Digital Underground. This is before then.
This was before that.
To Wikipedia, shout out to Live Squad. And I really didn't know them. I didn't know them at that time. You know what I'm saying? But if you go on Wikipedia and just Google Live Squad, you'll see their history, and they even mention me in their Wikipedia how Percee P was on their first recording as well, on the first EP. They mention me my name in it, but it also tells you chronologically when they started working as far as producers and start working with other artists on how they met Digital Underground and Tupac. So they explain all that in their Wikipedia.
Wow, that's crazy, man. And, like, your history is so deep, and that's one thing, that's one reason I really appreciate you taking the time to sit with me, because, it's dudes like you who are my favorite people to interview, the people who've seen hip-hop from its infant stages, and, you know...
Yeah.
Aside from just, like, the fact of how, you know, insane lyrically you are, and always have been and have maintained, because, you know, I'm a lyrics guy at the end of the day, so that's one thing I appreciate, but just, like, the fact that you've been able to see so many phases of hip-hop, too, you know, just, you know,
I'm grateful for that as well. You know, I believe that I walk, besides the music, I walk with stories, first-hand stories and accounts of certain things, and just even the artists that people know now. Before they was even famous, you know what I'm saying? I've just kind of been around since I was a part of the culture. I've been to certain places, open mics, so I was seeing people at their infancy stages before they would blow up and make records. I was just seeing like a Motor Techniques, Gin, A-Top Rock, always, you know, people that I worked with. I met a lot of them pushing hand-to-hand tapes and then CDs and, you know, meeting them like that. And that's how I met a lot of cats, Jurassic Park, and Mind Trick that way. You know, Mad Living and met me through selling tapes. And they used to find out I was Percee, Percee, you know, and you know, man, what you doing nowadays? And so that process is why I'm still around. I never stopped really pushing the product. You know what I'm saying? Like that, because I believe that was a big part of why I'm still around.
That's crazy, man. You know, and for a legend like yourself too, to keep your ear to the streets like that, and you know, and meet artists through that way, because like you, like out of the artists you just named, like that you know you met through literally pushing tapes and stuff, and like on their underground hustle. You've worked with a handful of them, so you know, like Jedi Mind and Madlib and stuff like that. So the fact that you know you stay connected to the streets like that, but you're also, being the legend that you are, willing to lend your efforts towards them to help their careers out, you know, that's huge, man. A lot of people don't do that.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, you know, I just felt, and I strategically chose Fat Beat. You know, like how I wound up started really going in to them is because, like, when I met Stretch and Barbito, like, my first time ever on radio was, I just want to acknowledge certain people. So sometimes I just try to always do that in my interviews. Like DNA Hank Love show, that was 105.9 FM, and that was a radio show that used to come on the underground station. But a lot of people knew it. They was New York, New Jersey, you know, that tri-state area. But they, you know, those that could pick them up. And they used to do things like Star for the Night, Make It or Break It. Like, they'd play people demos and stuff. And they played a lot of independent records before you heard them on like a Red Alert, Mr. Magic. I heard a lot of people that I never heard on the other mainstream commercial radio stations that never made it, but I still know about them. Those that know, like, yo, you remember these groups? I mean, this cat, the first time I heard like Super Lover T, and then was on DNA Hank Love Show, Ultramagnetic DNA Hank Love Show, like that. And, you know, they looked out for a lot of artists that was trying to get out there. And that's how I realized how many people was making records. It just wasn't the ones that was on the radio, but they was playing people's stuff that, even if it wasn't all that good, it still gave it chances. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But, so from them, so that was like 88. Then Red Alert picked up, Let the Homicides Begin. And that's being played on major mainstream radio. So when he was playing, Mr. Magic was on 107.5 WBLS. So that was the mainstream. Everybody knew Mr. Magic, Red Alert, and Chuck Chill Show at that time. But, so that was like 88, 89 to 1990. I meet Lil Sear, and him asking me to come down to a Stretch and Barbito show. At the time, it was their second show on air. I didn't show up. So the next week, he's like, yo, man, why don't you come through? You know, my people told you going to come. So I came down there. And that was the third show that they had on the air, Stretch Armstrong. And at the time, he was called DJ Skinny Bone. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah. So, but that's how I wound up getting that deal with Big Beat, rhyming on the show. I was rhyming with Large Professor. And if you watch the movie, Stretch and Barbito's movie called Radio That Changed Lives,
yep.
If you watch that documentary, that footage that you see me in, that's the first time I was down there.
Oh,
and I was
really?
rhyming with Large Professor. Yeah, you see Large Professor rapping before me, but they just spliced up the footage, so they showed Steve Arthur and him, then they cut it to me. But we was rhyming together. And the crazy thing about that footage, it was me, him, Joe Fatal, who was on that album, The Barbecues, on that same song with him and Nas.
Yep.
And that verse that Large Professor say on the song, Live at the Barbecue, that's the rhyme that he was writing. He's writing that in the studio, in the radio station. He spit that rhyme on the air with me. That's the first time people heard that.
Wow.
And my rhyme, remember, this is November 29th, 1999. Right? I mean, 1990, I'm sorry. November 29th, 1990. The rhyme that I said became the verse that you hear in the song, Yes You May.
Holy.
That got me the quotable in the source, May 92 issue of the source. That's where I got the hip-hop quotable off the Lord Finesse song. Me, him, AG, and then the remix to that song was the first song we wrote. Right there.
That's crazy though, man. The fact that like you seen even like the Stretch and Bob show, which is like I've seen that documentary. I've watched it a few times because it's just so inspiring. Especially as someone who does radio myself. But like, that the documentary is so inspiring, and just what that show alone meant to hip hop, and just like to even have been able to be there for the infant stages, to be on the third show ever. That's just amazing.
I sat back and watched it. I was so happy because they never came to me for the interview, but I remember seeing like a lot of advertisement for it, and I was out in the West Coast. So I'm like, damn. I knew I was down there, you know what I'm saying, but nobody came to me. But they probably didn't know how to get at me, but they didn't come. But I was very surprised to see they still throwing me in that movie because I know how long I was part of the show. The first time you heard DMX, he was rhyming with me. If you heard the show, he was only down at one time. If you heard the actual audio of that, he was rhyming with me.
Oh wow!
And that's on YouTube. I mean, it's not on YouTube. That's on like if you type up Percee P DMX on Google, you will see it pop up links, and the whole show. I brought Denise down there with me. DJ E. Kim, he was DJing for us at the time. My man G. Sarone, we was all rhyming together. So you could hear that. That's in 1991. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Yeah. They just took his part. And they just focused on him when they got to him in the movie. But he actually was rhyming with me. And the first time Ultramagnetic came down there, I bought the I'm at B-Boy Records with Stretch Up, with Skot and Cares One Lady that they was on at the time. But that's how long I knew Skot before he got killed from going to the label, and that's how I met Almighty KG from the Cold Quest, because he was on the label as well. So he met me then, and when he heard me, he took me under his wing. He started, yo, man, come to my house. And boom, and start taking me to these clubs, like Latin Quarters and the World and Mars. I started seeing like clubs, like real clubs, but I'm with Almighty KG from the Cold Quest. So that was a very inspiring moment in time for me, because it's like, yo, I gotta make a record, because I'm going places with him and they're letting him in, and they're like, KG, they with you? Yeah, okay. So that motivated me. I'm like, damn, this is my hero. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Take around when I had the tapes and all that stuff. So that was very inspiring to me, and stuff like that just motivated me more. And you know what I'm saying? Me and Kay, we still talk to this very day. So I'm good brother, big brother. And I feel honored because these are people that I listen to, never knowing these people will actually acknowledge me for my craft and actually consider me as one of the names that they will bring up when it comes to rapping. And I'm like, wow. So I feel honored. A lot of these cats, Tito Rock, people like him, he was down with my uncle. My mother's youngest brother.
Really?
My Uncle Jesse, way back in the 70s, he was down with a crew called the Undefeated Four. And there's my Uncle Jesse, then was DJ Cooley Breeze, then he had Tila Rock, you know what I'm saying? And Tila Rock is Special K's brother from the Treasure Streets, just so people know. But, so, Tila Rock, my Uncle Jesse, DJ Cooley Breeze, that's his name, then the Amazing Bombay, and Theo Zon. And from Tila Rock told me it was the Amazing Bombay that named his brother Special K from the Treasure Street.
Wow.
He gave Special K his name. Yeah. You can ask Tila Rock. And matter of fact, for those that's listening, after y'all hear this show, I want y'all to go to my YouTube channel. And when you go to my YouTube channel, analyze how I put links into a lot of the videos that you're going to see. So when you go to Percee P Live on stage, that's a playlist. When you go to my channel, go to playlist, you're going to see a lot of playlist of performances. But when you see the me and Tila Rock footage, go into the comment section. I'm going to put an interview. I put an interview there from Tila Rock. He's talking about his history, how he was a B-boy before he was rapping.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And just like KG from the Cold Quest, he told me I was a B-boy before I was rapping. You know what I'm saying? But Tila Rock mentions my uncle and all that. He talks about it all that in his interview, in that written interview that's there. So I'm leaving pieces to my history and legacy in my posts. And when you look on Instagram, I do that a lot too. I put in the hashtags, click on hashtags, you go down, see all this extra stuff that maybe you didn't
That's amazing, man. You know, and I like that you do that too, because that's one thing, you know, especially up here in Canada, our hip-hop history is like pretty well undocumented, and it's very hard to put the pieces together. At least in the States, you guys have a pretty decent documentation of the history, but it's still the early stages of hip-hop. I still find, you know, you have like the hip-hop evolution, you have your Stretch and Bob documentaries and stuff like that, but still the wide range story, like the behind the scenes, like the kind of stuff you're talking about right now, like a lot of it is still relatively unknown information unless you were there or you know someone who was there, you know what I mean? So I love learning this kind of stuff.
I talk to all the time. I always talk the lineage of how I met artists too. It's like Maestro Fresh West. I'm sure you know him. Mm-hmm. He's a Canadian legend. But I met him back in 1990, New Music Seminar. I was in the 1990 New Music Seminar. I didn't win, but he met me after in the cypher, rhyming in the lobby cypher. And a lot of people was in and out of town, but there's rhyming, and that's how he met me. You heard me?
Oh, really?
Number. Yeah, and then he reached out to me when he told me the quotable in the source. He's like, I guess he was telling people about me. That was dude named Percee, PA, from New York, in the Bronx. But when he saw him in the source, in 92, it's like, yo, I was telling people, he reached out, yo, P, man. But and then he moved to New York. You know what I'm saying? So it was just crazy. But yeah, I was on his album, his This Kid Can't Be From Canada album. He did a song called Pray to the East. Yeah.
Yeah, that song's fucking fire.
I always been wanting to collab with all kinds of people from everywhere, you know?
Yeah, that's dope, man. Like up here in Canada, like Fresh West, he's the godfather. Like I always call him the Rakim of Canada. You know what I mean? He's got that really godfather, you know, like kind of like the God MC kind of you know, kind of persona. Like that's who he is to a lot of us MCs here in Canada. So that's the comparison I would make to him. But
I'm proud of him. He's still doing big things, you know, the kids and all that. So I'm very proud to see him online. He's online, Instagram, active.
Yeah,
and he's doing a good job preserving his legacy, you know, and adding on to it.
Yeah. Always adding on to it, man. He's got so many years in the game, so many hits and classics that he could stop, but he just continues working, and he shows love to a lot of the up and coming MCs too, which is another thing I really respect him for.
He always been like that. He always been like a real humble cat, you know what I'm saying? Always been like that. He always been. I remember when I was in Canada, I was on a tour, Stone Tour, and I came to Toronto. He came out. I brought him out. He came to the show, and I brought him out. You know what I'm saying? That was a good memory for me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And you know, people like him inspire me. I'm still going because I'm seeing like a lot of pioneers and dudes that from way back still around. That's inspiring to me. That lets me know to still keep going. Like Lord Finesse, he's still around. He's introducing. Still get on the mic, I guess, if he wanted to. But I'm sure if you mention Lord Finesse, people going to a lot of them think of me as well. So that's like, why would I stop? He's still here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
So, you know?
And actually, I was curious too, with mentioning Lord Finesse. You know, any hip hop head who's a hip hop head is familiar. If not with your entire catalog, they at least got to know the battle with you and Lord Finesse, the infamous battle. Like, how did that whole thing ever come about to begin with?
I actually put a video in my playlist. If anybody go to my Instagram, and it's a YouTube playlist, if you type up Percee P songs and features, Percee P songs and features, if you type that up, you're going to see a lot of songs. And I make sure the album covers and everything is there. And then it's going to go into like video clips of artists that, you know, and you're going to see the movie that we made together, me and Lord Finesse. And then it cuts into interviews, video interviews that I did with like the people. And I walked through the block where I actually battled and tell the whole story, how it all took place. Even on my YouTube channel, the guy who videotaped me, who videotaped that battle, his name is Dave Supreme Rodriguez. But he's the one who thought to go get the camcorder. So if it wasn't for him, nobody wouldn't have seen that battle interview. And you think about it, these rap battles is big now on the internet now. But we predated that era, like that internet era watching battles. That was something we had on VHS tapes for years, just watching it in the neighborhood. And then when YouTube came around, once it got posted up on YouTube, but it was put in a movie, SBX, and that movie's on the playlist as well. It features me, Lord Finesse, Showbiz, Hardy, rest in peace to him, music seminar. I was in 1990. But Lord Finesse, the very next day that he battled me, he was entering a new music seminar. I didn't know that at the time. I never knew that. So I found out that from his interviews years later. Listening to his interviews, he mentions that. You know what I'm saying? But I mentioned it. But yeah, he just, I guess the guy that you see when you watch the battle, the original battle was July 13th, 1989. July 13th, 1989. The guy you see interviewing us, introducing us, he's the guy who I guess he's one who instigated the battle.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? His name is Tony Webb. He's from the hood where I'm from, Projects too as well. You know, Tony Webb, Anthony Webb. But he went to school off of that, high school and all that. And he was telling him about, I guess, me. He was nice for my project, and he would come back to me saying the same thing. He's kept from Forest Projects, where Lord Finesse is from. Forest, him, Fat Joe, Diamond, they're from Forest. He would come back saying that this dude want to battle me, and you know, every time I would come around outside, he'd be like, "Yo, this dude want to battle." He's from Forest, and like, where he at? You know, and he would tell Finesse the same thing, that I want to battle. He was just, I guess, he was just instigating something. Maybe 2 weeks long of people coming around, people like, "Yo, the dude came out looking for you, Pete." You know, and then one day I was in my man Wu house. It was Wu. You know what I'm saying? And I was hanging with him, and AG was with Finesse. And actually, AG battled my rap partner to me before me and Lord Finesse had a battle. That's real true. I was there. They battled, and then, you know, in the project. And but after that, like when Finesse came, AG already knew who I would be with, because he's from the project. He knew a lot of my friends and all the people he would be around. You know, he hung with us too, bombing and banging on cars, cycling outside the street and all that kind of stuff. So, but he was with Finesse, and I guess he told him, "Yeah, let's go check over here." He called my man Wu out the window, and he looked out. He said, "Yo, Percee up there?" He said, "Yeah." He said, "Yeah, Finesse down here." And I looked out there, and I saw a lot of people. Everybody was all happy. Oh, they was all happy because they already knew about it in the neighborhood. So we went outside, and my man Dave was there. He was like, "Yo, hold on, let me go get my camcorder." So we walked to my side of the project across the street. That's why you see the battle. We was like by the street, but we was on the other side, walked, crossed over in front of my man's building. That was 315 East 143rd Street, you know, in the Bronx, right there. So we stood there waiting for him to come, and when he came, my man Deluxe had his radio, but you could see him playing the radio and big rope chain on, and I'm there, and you know, and you can see the rest of the history. So that's how it all went down, and right now we're still talking about it. That battle was like 31. It's about to be 32 years old. You know what I'm saying? No, 31 years old. That battle on July 13th. It'll be 31 years old.
That's crazy, eh, man? Like, just to think, like, you know, at that time, you guys probably would have never dreamed that moment would become such a classic moment in hip-hop history.
Oh, yeah. I mention that all the time. We didn't even expect that. But that's the best thing that we did was wait. Because what if we would have just went at it and forget about the footage, and he wound up making a record like he did, and I did what I did, and this would have just been a myth about the story that we talked about. Yeah, I got it open. That's what happened, who was it? Well, like, that's what we'll be doing now.
Yeah.
So by us even waiting for the footage, we actually helped our own careers in a sense, because that's the earliest footage of me, that battle. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And when you see me, I don't sound like I just started rapping.
No, not at all. You're just as sharp then.
and people, real Percee P fans, I want y'all to analyze that battle again. If you know my songs, I'm gonna tell you, it was 4 rounds, well, really 5, because I did kind of skip up in that the third round. Because my partner, the reason why he was helping me, first of all, because he was my rap partner. He always set lines. He would just do that. The same way I was rhyming with him. He was just there. And I could cool by myself, but I guess he was hyped up and he was just coming in the little parts, you know, but he didn't come in. I just said, all right. So the Finesse did to say, oh, man, your man can't be helping you. So, all right, I lost that round. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But watch the rhymes. The first verse that I said, when you watch the battle, that's the rhyme that you hear on Throwback Rap Attack, my song Throwback Rap Attack, produced by Madlib.
Yeah.
Listen to the rhymes good and go listen to Throwback Rap Attack. Look how I changed. I said the same rhyme and changed the name. I said DJ Ken was amazed at the displays, and when I did Throwback Rap Attack, I threw Madlib's name in it. And then the second verse is Long Collapse and Lyrics rhyme. And you know Long Collapse and Lyrics came out in 92.
Yeah.
But I was playing that in 89, Battle on Finesse. You can hear the same lines. And then the third rhyme is Let the Homicide Begin. After I messed up, I just said, I say this, and I spit Let the Homicide Begin, which was already out on the radio at the time when I was battling him. It came out in 88. It was still on the air. You know what I'm saying? But people know them rhymes. And then the last verse, I took lines here and there and putting heads to bed, and I could hear some stuff that never was used, but I made sure to use parts, because, you know, I always write for usage of my, whatever I'm writing, I'm definitely going to put it to use, put it on the record or something. You know what I'm saying? So, we was in that era. Still, that's the time when everybody was trying to make a record.
Yeah.
So, you know what I'm saying? That's what the rhymes I was writing. If I got a chance to record, I'm recording this. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, that's the mentality that we was in. Even Finesse Ninja is the same thing. And we wasn't really rhyming off the head. So a lot of people now say, the freestyle. But back in those days, freestyle was just busting a rhyme. Like if somebody tell you the rhyme, it could be a rhyme that you said on a record. It could be a rhyme that you just wrote. You read off a paper. If somebody just said, kick a freestyle, you're just going to bust a rhyme. That was defined as a freestyle. You could have been live on the radio, and like Mr. Magic would be on here, be like, when we come back, we're going to have Big Jerry Kane and so they're on here right now. They're going to freestyle. That meant live on the air, I'm going to be busting rhymes.
Yeah.
Nowadays, people define freestyling as spontaneous, unwritten verses. See, I don't do spontaneous, unwritten verses. I'm about writing, and then reciting what I wrote because I mastered it. I'd rather be at my best than just off the top of the head. Now, some people master rhyming off the head, spontaneous, unwritten verses. I'm not one of those dudes. I'd rather spit. And when you think of artists that you like, the Big Daddy Kane, who you like, they're spitting their written rhymes, like him. So how would you disrespect people that write rhymes? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. Kane wrote Big Monkey's first album. Those around there he written. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and that's the thing too. Back in the day, you know, it was so different like that, and it's exactly like you said. Like, you know, people nowadays assume freestyle to mean that it's off the top, but that's not the original meaning. The original meaning is just to spit a verse that's free of style, right?
That's right.
Yeah. So like,
right. And no disrespect to those in itself. Like, that's very talented if you can do that, but you shouldn't disrespect somebody who writes. Because that was what it was about. Like, and to me, if somebody was in a battle, if I was sitting there watching two guys battle, to me, B-boying, whatever, when you battle somebody, it's supposed to be about who did the best at that moment. That round, whoever was doing the best should win. It shouldn't be about, this guy's saying rhymes that's not written, and he wrote his rhymes, so he lost. Like, no, it's supposed to be about who's saying the better stuff.
Yeah.
So you two could say your rhymes off the head, and you ain't saying nothing, you're just going all over, and I'm saying a rhyme that's written and stuff is actually making sense through the lines, word for word, and I'm not jumping all over the place. A person who's just spitting something that's more articulate and has a better, you know what I'm saying, emphasis in certain parts and make it more sense, you win. It shouldn't be about he just off the head. So unless you make that the rule, like if you battle on somebody and say, listen, no written rhymes, I want to see who's going to spit an unwritten, spontaneous verse, the better. You know what I'm saying? That's how you judge those guys. You don't tell a cat how to battle somebody and how he should win unless you give those rules up front. All right.
Yeah, definitely. And actually, too, I'm curious, like, because with the transformation that battle rap has taken, because, like you said, back in those days, it was just about being ready on the fly with the hottest shit and whoever had the hottest shit.
Yep.
And now, like, you've seen, you know, how big battle rap has became online, like leagues like King of the Dot and stuff. And, you know, how people will sit there and, like, study and prepare against their opponent for, like, you know, a month plus writing their rhymes and memorizing them to go battle, and then they do it offbeat as well, too.
It's entertaining.
Yeah.
To watch it when you're sitting there watching it. But, you know, most cats, if you battle back in those days, you didn't know you were going to battle. You could have been at a party somewhere and rhyming, and some guy standing next to you, and his boys hyped him up to want to battle you. Now, you don't know him from nowhere. Then you going up for who's saying the best rhymes if you're trying to battle you.
Yeah.
You're not going up for, unless you can say rhymes right there on the spot and disrespect him, saying using things about him, but most people just going to say what they're going to say. Like, I'm going to say this rhyme first, and I'm going to say this verse next, and,
yeah.
whoever's saying the best rhymes should win. It shouldn't be about, But, yeah. Much respect to all these cats down, these battle league rappers. I'm not disrespecting them. I got a lot of respect for these cats, you know what I'm saying? And that's a lane that there's a lot of guys that never got a chance to make records, like myself. Those dudes, there's a lot of dudes that's dope that never got a chance to make records. That battle league lane opened up doorways for those dudes. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So that's another lane in itself where you never have to make records now. These dudes is just as famous or more. And they're still on these award shows that you watch the BET. They're on these same shows too with artists that's making records. These guys is famous, getting their own ciphers and stuff. So I have much respect to that, And what I like about it, that battle league also made people more wary and listen more to lyrics, to content, and flow-wise and all that. I've seen that. I struggled with that for years.
Yeah.
You're spitting rhymes and people don't seem to appreciate how you wrote rhymes, what you said. And those battle league audiences listen for that. Y'all, he's saying that. Listen to the schemes and the ear to all of that. And which I always was big on. Like, damn, I want to say stuff that people might have to listen and appreciate later. And I'm feeling now, the stuff that I said now is being more appreciated. Back then, it's more appreciated nowadays because people are more into listening to lyrics and how it's put together and all that. So, yeah, that battle league also opened a wave of people, an audience that actually catered to stuff like that.
Yeah, definitely. I think the internet, in a way, as much as in some ways I feel like it's kind of hurt hip-hop music and hurt hip-hop culture, it's also put a magnifying glass on the real hip-hop culture and the things like you're talking about, lyricism and cadence and, just the artists that, from the past who, were legendary in the streets, but, never really got their due shine through record deals and stuff. The internet's kind of really put a spotlight on a lot of you guys as well, too, and kind of, brought the hip-hop fans of today up to knowledge to really learn about you guys and your history and shit, too, as well.
Yeah, and I wish, you're right, but I wish the internet was around the way it is now. Back in those times when I was selling tapes, like standing up on the fat beats and stuff like that, hitting all the clubs. Yeah. Just imagine then, I could have been promoting that. I'm going to be at SOB, I'm going to Enterprise tonight, I'm going to be at Wetlands, and be over here. Like I would announce where I would be. That would have made it more easier for me. Yeah. But even though, I was still making sales, but it's more like just imagine if I had the internet posting about, okay, today I'm going to be out there, so if you come out, I'm going to have like 50 tapes on and CDs. So the first serve, just come and get it. But letting you know beforehand where I'm going to be. Up to this time, I'm going to be here, but if you're not here, I'm going to be over here. Like, that's what the internet can do now. But I wish it existed. But at the same time, I could see the pros and I could see the bad about the internet. The internet is good for artists like myself that have been around for long, and people never getting that acknowledgement that we deserve for the length of time that we've been in it. The internet allowed me to show people my history. If you didn't know that I was in the Quotable in the Source magazine in 92 and you watching now and you just started really getting into hip-hop in the 2000s, I could really show you the issue that I was in May 92. I could show you my Quotable. I have the power to do that with the internet now. Yeah. But that's the good thing about it. The bad thing about it is made artists that never put in work the way I would be on the street, and a lot of artists that stood out on posts and grinding and cyphering on the street to get their names. You have a lot of dudes that will resort to the internet now. I don't have to go to open mics. I ain't have to do this. I ain't have to be typing nowhere. I'm still get out there and just post myself. And this is one of my quotes. I always say, nowadays nowadays artists would rather pay for views, pay to play, and pay for following instead of paying dues for success. Yep. Think about that.
That's a fact.
People would take the shortcut to get out there. I'm going to pay for the views. I'm going to pay for the following. I'm going to pay to play to perform somewhere, but I'm not going to pay dues because they know paying dues, you're going to have to earn your respect. And I'm not trying to say everybody is taking that, but there's dudes that A lot of people are like, man, how he out here like this? He would never make it in the underground arena as far as open mic circuit. Some of these cats wouldn't be around if they had to go that route to be where they at now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
Well, and that's the thing too with you saying that. Like, a lot of the guys, you know, who take that route, which, you know, a lot of times these days, unfortunately, I see a lot more acts take that route than take the pay your dues route. And I think what it is, you know, like a comparison I would make is like, you know, I heard an interview you did before where you were talking about Fat Beats Records opening a store in like 97 or something, and that Kanye West was there, you know, and you're like, at the time, you're like, nobody knew who he was just a dude there spitting and shit. You're like, it wasn't until years later I looked at footage and realized it was Kanye. And it's like, see, a lot of these cats nowadays don't realize the groundwork that dudes like yourself and even the biggest artists in the world right now, Jay-Z's and stuff, they don't realize the amount of dues these dudes were paying for 5, 10, 15 years in the underground before they blew. Right. You know what I mean?
That's right. And that's Stretch and Barbito was a good example of that.
Yeah.
Because you watch that show, that's artists at their early stages.
Yep.
And those footages is years old, but you got to figure, before they even came down there, how many years they was rapping before they even got to be on that show.
Yeah.
And just like myself, you know, I was rhyming since 79, so 88, you know what I'm saying? That's like 10 years later, you know what I'm saying? I thought I would get a chance to make a record, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that's how it is, but that's most artists. You know what I'm saying? Rhyming everywhere, cyphering, house parties, making little tapes, rhyming some DJ house, recording it. And that's all they had back then. That's all we had. It wasn't like I had the money going to the studio when I was young. I had to make pause tapes, rhyme over that, go to somebody's house. Somebody might be throwing a house party, DJ's in the living room, the speakers out. The speakers out in the living room, the DJ's in the bedroom with his equipment. He might not have a mic, but he might have headphones. He plugged those headphones in and rhyme through the headphones just to, you know, can I get a tape of that? You know, if you're making a tape, let me get a copy. That's what we had to do back in those times.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's the artist. Most artists that stuck with the craft and endured through those years, they watched it grow like, damn. Now dudes are playing hip-hop on radio. Man, I'm trying to get on this show. Oh, they rhyming, they letting dudes rhyme? I'm going to try to get on that show. That's Stretch and Barbito and stuff like that. So we watched the progression, but a lot of cats now didn't see all the years it took for it to be at this point now. But I'm just happy to be a part of a group of artists that went through those eras and still here now. And I wear that with honor. I'm not going to be ashamed to be like, yeah, like 32 years ago, I made this record, but I'm still here now. See, that's the thing you have to think about being an artist. It's not just about that hit. It's about endurance, how many years, what you offer your audience. When people interview certain artists, this artist got first-hand experience on what it was like back in the 70s. In the 80s, he was still around. In the 90s, he was still around. In 2000, he was here. He's still here now, rhyming. He was around when certain artists was big, and then they fade away. He's still here. Look at that fact. Don't look at, he ain't got a song that's playing on a major radio station right now. It got 20 million views. Like, nah, I don't judge that. And I don't judge you off of your popularity. I judge you off of skill. Yeah. That's what I'm judging you off of first. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm from that era where you judge off of skills, not off of popularity. It's about, all right, like a B-boy type. But B-boys don't win because of he's just more popular. It's about who's doing a better move. I don't care if you're a legend. You better be doing something good to get the respect, not just because you who you is, you're just going to win.
No, it's a fact, man, you know, and I'm the same way, too, right? Like, I'm 30 years old now, but I always, you know, I've kind of been an old soul, and, you know, I grew up in the time where we kind of got introduced to the internet. I didn't have it as a little kid, but I got it, you know, right before I became a teenager, and coincides with the time I got into hip-hop. So, you know, once I really started to understand what lyricism was and stuff, you know, and I could actually go back and do research and history, and this is in the time of, like, Napster and stuff. You know, I was downloading everything from the Busy B. Kumo D battle at Harlem World, I think. You know, I was downloading everything from that all the way up to the current shit that was out at the time. But, like, I just, you know, I enamored myself and placed, like, just tried to soak up all the history of hip-hop I could because it was available to me. But so I always feel like I'm an old soul in that sense, and I'm the same way. Like, I'll judge a cat on their skill, whether they got 500 views or 500 million views. I'm gonna judge you on your skill and the quality of music over the clout any day. You know what I mean? But I think it coincides with kind of what we were saying. Like, you know, a lot of cats nowadays, they'd rather pay their way to get to the top, pay to play, all that shit, rather than pay dues. And I think that kind of coincides with it. It's like, you know, because everybody's in it for the popularity now. They take hip-hop for granted, you know what I mean? They didn't see the days of when, like, you guys had to record tapes through the headphones at the, you know what I mean, through the DJ's equipment at the parties and shit. Like, they don't even know what a cassette tape is, you know what I mean? Like, that's how much they take the shit for granted.
Yeah, even ciphering, like you said, taking it for granted. Think about this for a minute. How many of these newer artists standing in one place? Let's like say big five, big mainstream artists. They're just standing right there with each other. This is how you can make moments, like how me and Finesse did. Somebody put on the camera, all of them just say, let me just drop 16, you drop 16, you drop 16. Whoever taping that already made a classic moment.
Yeah.
But if you just stand around and take moments for granted, just be standing there talking and you all walk off, but y'all never made nothing together, you could at least made that happen. Me and Fat Joe never made nothing. But look, we got a video that's all on the internet that people can see us rapping. Me and Eminem never did nothing. But there's that footage that we made magic happen at that moment.
Yeah.
DMX, we got footage, rhyming together. You know, so that's what making it, taking something and making it hip-hop, making a moment that will last forever. And I think that's taking things for granted when you be around a lot of good talent, but you don't do nothing right then and there. You might not make it to a studio, but how about right now, in the moment, you drop some 16, you drop something, a post it online, and something might come out of that moment right there is boom. It's like Kanye West. What if they wasn't taping that footage?
Yeah.
And I just be standing, Percee was standing right there waiting like anybody else. And that was 1996, the grand opening. Actually, Fat Beach had another location on the east side, but they moved to the west side, Manhattan, in a bigger location. So that footage is when they moved to that bigger location, and they just invited a lot of artists like myself, who's already had records out for years, like Finesse, and a lot of artists that showed up, Muhammad D and Chino and Tell, and like a lot of people was there already. Finesse, we was there to rhyme. They asked us to come, and we came through. Individually, we all had records out in the store, but we was there. But they opened the mic up to us and whoever was in the store. So Kanye West got on. You know, he came with the cats from Chicago, and they came and represented like everybody else. But see, because Kanye West got so popular, when DJ Eclipse stumbled, he was looking through his old VHS tapes, and he stumbled upon the footage, or he was watching the whole footage, and he realized, oh man, it's Kanye West. That's Kanye West right there. And of course, you know, he was popular, real big, so when he posted that online, that kind of just went viral. And I'm Percee P standing right there in the footage. That was Percee P. But that was who I was anyway. I always was at anything going down.
Yeah.
So that's not no surprise. Every artist that was rhyming, who was serious about it, would have been there too. Like, I was there at that, you probably didn't see me in the footage, but I was rhyming too that day, you know. So I was just one of those people that made it a point to be certain places. You know?
It's crazy, man, you know, and like, you brought up actually something else I did want to ask about too, because there is that infamous video with you and Eminem rapping, and I was just kind of curious, like, did you guys ever have a relationship prior to or after that, and like, how did that moment kind of come about?
Well, I didn't know him prior to that, but I know he knows somebody I knew, Wendy Day, ASCAP Rap Coalition.
Yep.
So I knew Wendy Day for years. She used to have like these panel discussions at the ASCAP building. So I used to go down there like a lot of other artists and just be there trying to soak up game. And she used to have these cypher sessions going on. She was like, the Musicians Union, I'm doing this open mic so y'all could come through and just have someone to rap. And a lot of producers, upcoming producers, I'll let you showcase your beat. So this week we'll have this cat playing all his beats and y'all just gonna be down there rapping, whatever. And next week I'm gonna let this cat play his beats. And so I met a lot of artists going to those type of musicians unions, type of sessions that Wendy Day used to do. And then she used to tell us about this Rap Olympics that was going down, and you know, people like Dr. Howell would be in it, and shout out to him and a lot of cats. So Quest the Mad Lad and certain dudes that. So Eminem was somebody that she knew about because she knew people from different states. But he was in the Rap Olympics as well. So when I met him, he acknowledged that he knew me. He knew me from Lord Finesse. He told me, yeah, I knew you from Lord Finesse on Quotable in the Source.
Yeah.
Remember when that was like 98. That was like 98 or something. I was Quotable in 92, Source magazine, and the Quotable was like the biggest thing for MCs probably in hip hop at that time. Like to be a Quotable was like everybody wanted to be a Quotable.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I got, and my verse, if you actually listen to the rhyme, I said that I'm high potent, devoting much time into one rhyme, every line of mine is worth quoting. That's in my verse that I said, and I manifested it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, so it's crazy. So, you know, we met. We never had a relationship after that, but you know, he was working with Dr. Dre, so you know he was going places. And that footage got on YouTube from Stone Throw. When I told them, you know, when I was coming out there working on my album, and I mentioned that I have footage on with DMX, I got footage with Eminem, I got footage with Fat Joe. Where you got that? Here's the footage. I gave it to them, boom, they uploaded it. So now you got what you got. They had a bigger platform than me, so it spread it around more. But in reality, that always said that I was already in the game. And when you watch the footage, you already knew I was already established, how I introduced myself.
Yeah.
When I started to rhyme. You know what I'm saying? I was already out there. Real heads, real recognized real. Like, real heads know. There's people that say, who's this cat rhyming with Eminem? But a lot of heads would know. Now it's Percee P. Dude's been out since 88.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that was good. And YouTube kind of did a lot for a lot of artists like myself. Gave us visuals. It gave us a chance to share a lot of our moments that most people never get a chance to see. Like, I'm more considered an underground artist, but yet I toured around the world, different countries and all that for years. So if I could share that on YouTube, I'll bring you into my world now that you don't know, because I'm so humbled and I'm walking around and I'm more like the hands-on, accessible artist. And you see me walking down the street, not realizing, damn, this dude's Japan, he just came off the tour, he was in Australia. I can see the footage, but here he is sitting on the plane next to me, or like something like that. That's how I'm from that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's what it is. That's what YouTube gave a lot of opportunities to share your work as an artist, and you know, to your audience. Like, listen, don't undermine cats when they call themselves underground. Cats don't act them. Cause look, I'm gonna consider an underground artist, but yet I've done stuff that reached mainstream commercial success, meaning like video games. I'm on 7 different video games.
Yep.
That people play. My music played me on, like The Shy that comes on Showtime on TV. The series, they wait for the next series, but they played me on the first season. My legendary lyricist song, and this Nick Cannon movie called American Son. He played my song with the quartet. You know, so if you following the music, you'll realize like, damn, these underground artists, so-called underground artists, they out there in the mainstream circuit. You just gotta follow their music. And a lot of times I realize that most people probably know me, maybe from a video game.
Yeah.
They might not know my album Perseverance, but they might know one song. Oh, I heard this on that video game. They may do their research and find out this is from an album. Oh, he's been out for years. Because, you know, Wikipedia page, you know, oh, this is his Instagram right here. Let me follow him on YouTube, or follow his Twitter page or something like that. So that's where I think those video games gave us more reach to the world. But if whoever's liking them songs should just try Googling that artist and discovering more of their work, and then you follow them and just, you know, and that's what I try to do, just give you all the pieces, because I realize not everybody already know, everybody was around when I first started, but with social media, I can at least give you my history and hope that you take it all in and just follow me from there, and stay up and keep up with what I'm doing, and share it, though, share it with people, don't just keep it to yourself.
Yeah.
You know, that's why what I did when I had them Cold Quest tapes and Touch to Steal, all them tapes from back in the days, Bronx River and the Harlem World, T-Connection, all that stuff. I grew up with that stuff. I could have kept it to myself, but I shared it. I shared some of my stuff with Egon. Egon had tapes. Egon, Stone Store, gave him my tape. Cut Canvas, gave him my tape. Z-Trip, gave him my tape. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
People that, you know, Charlie Tuna got my tapes right now. My whole collection, Charlie Tuna from Jurassic Park. See, people like that I know appreciated it. That's why I gave it to them. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing the old school cats of service, even spreading their lineage and the hard work they have put into the game, to the foundation that we all got paid off of and did what we did because of those guys. So that's the best I can do. Let me spread it to somebody and let their work and let their hard work and whatever they put into it them days, be more accessible to people to appreciate what they had to go through. They didn't have the internet back then, videos and radio playing. They just had to do their little parties and record that stuff. That was the best thing they did, was record what they did and come to the next party, sell those tapes. And that's how we have what we have now.
Yeah.
Listen, but that was the smartest thing they did, preserve what they did and pass it on. And so I hope the same thing for artists listening to Percee or fans or audiences, share our music. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And let people know and do the background checks on the artists that I'm rapping with. Because some of these cats you might not know, but they could be legends as well. Like, damn, this dude was around for years. I ain't know he did something with him way back. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Like Ron Theft. Shout out to Ron Theft. Shout out to Bot Kill. I met the Mole Man out in the Rocksteady anniversary through Wendy Day. Wendy Day introduced me to them, Panic and them, the whole moment in back in like 96. And the Rocksteady anniversary. She's like, yo, this is Percee P. Come here, Percee. Yo, this is the Moment here from Chicago. He met me. Oh, man, Percee P. Yo, you're a legend. Yo, we'd love to bring you out to Chicago. I came out there, he flew me out, and I stayed out there. I met Ron Fest and Bot Kill, recorded the fame, and look at Bot Kill right now with Twister doing his thing. And Bot Kill been doing it for years, and just like Kanye West. I mean, Ron Fest doing it big, and he's doing a lot of stuff politically in Chicago, but he wrote Jesus Walks and all the stuff with Kanye.
Yep.
Brand new, the song brand new. So I'm happy to have worked with so many people that branched out and went places far. And like, damn, I worked with him. I did it early in their career, so I don't look like I jumped on bandwagons. Like, I was acknowledge people back then. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that was a good look, and they had the respect for me when they met me. So that that go a long way to know I Maestro Fresh West, as big as he is. I got a song with him way back, and he met me. He met me. I met Percee P in 1990, the music seminar. He met me in a battle. So already, just to be in a new music seminar, that means I had to be one of the chosen few people, because they had submissions from all over the nation.
Yeah.
So just imagine 20 MCs, the whole nation, people submitting freestyle tapes of them rhyming, and I'm one of the people. That all in itself is a big accomplishment. Even if you lost, that's an accomplishment in itself. Like, they throw to me, like, out of all these artists nationwide, I'm one of the people that put in that battle.
Yeah.
And Tretch was in that same one, that same year. Tretch and I think L.A. Star, she's an artist. I don't know who else. I don't even know the person who won against me. But that person could be running around like, I battled Percee, and I won that round, right?
Yep.
I don't even know who it was, but technically, I know I ain't no white cat. To me, they ain't do nothing, but for me, but it's like, I just put that out there. But yeah, I wish some of that footage is on YouTube now, because I definitely took clips and try to post. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that'd be crazy, man. But, like, at least you were able to preserve the pieces that you did, like, like the video with Eminem and stuff. And actually something you said, too, thank God for the generations before you, having the insight to actually record these live sets they did on cassettes and stuff and be able to sell them, because all these little bits and pieces are the things that are still there to help preserve the culture of hip-hop and really show people, like people like myself who were so far removed from where it started and the time it started. I'm too young, and I'm from Canada. You know what I mean? Like, I was nowhere in a vicinity to ever see any of this stuff without the internet, without people like you who have helped kind of preserve it by keeping these tapes and, you know what I mean, and releasing them to the world and letting the world see them. So, I commend you and, everybody in hip-hop history who has recorded a piece of it and, shared it with us, because, this is the stuff that really helps the rest of the world understand the culture, not just the face value of the music that they see on the mainstream.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? No, I appreciate that. And, and I appreciate people like Ernie Penny Corey, the photographer. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
People like him. And, people that just think to dictate stuff. You know what I'm saying? Just like that, So, and just videotape and record or take pictures, and Joe Conzo and people like him and Henry Chopin, people that thought at the moment, let me get the picture, that's how they captured moments back then that right now, these are like famous images that what if they didn't take those little photos that they was taking. You know what I'm saying? Back then. then, 70s and the 80s, and we're going to have that now. Now they got these hip-hop museums popping up. That's the best thing that happened. Hopefully people will start acknowledging that battle with me and Lil Finesse, because that was originally like one of the original first footages caught.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like actual footage on the street. Like, man, I got some footage. You know, it's not no Hollywood, but shout out to that. You know what I'm saying? To those that would think. And I would just suggest everybody out there, whatever you're doing, don't undermine any moment. Anytime you just record the footage, because you never know what you're going to catch.
Yeah.
The years later, some people in the footage might be big names, but you've got some early stages of them, so don't undermine no footage. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact, man. And actually, you know, with you bringing the battle back up, I did want to ask, too, about, because you and Lord Finesse obviously have gone on to have a great relationship, like you did the classic Yes You May, which that's the track you got the hip-hop quotable for, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
But so was that...
With my man.
When you guys battled, was that the first time you guys ever actually met each other, or were you guys familiar with each other prior to that?
Nah, that was the first time we ever met.
Wow.
We heard through Tony Webb, the guy who was, introducing us, referee, but it was through him. So when I met him, that's the first time I met him. Battled on him that day. And it wasn't nothing, there was no animosity, you could tell. It was like we was rhyming, but he was a cool brother. After it was over, he gave each other a pound. Yo, you nice, man. You too. So it was during his second album, recording his second album, AG came and he was like, yo, Pete, man, Finesse doing another album. He wants you on. So I wound up doing 2 songs. I went to Jazzy J studio, and he had a studio uptown, Allentown Avenue in the Bronx, and I went up there to record. Yes, You May, the first song I did first. Yes, You May. And then the second was Kickin' Flavor with My Man. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we did. And, the rest is history. And then years later, when that movie SBX was being filmed and all that, the guy wanted June Oki, shout out to him, producer, directed that movie, but he wanted to do a soundtrack to it. So he asked me and Finesse to make a new song together to kind of revisit that time period with us used in the movie.
Yeah.
And that's the rematch that you see now.
Oh, okay. I was wondering about the rematch and how that came about.
Yeah, that's in the movie. When you go to my playlist, like I said, my playlist, Percee P songs and features, you'll run into the movie on a playlist called SBX, Holding Down the Tradition. When you watch that, you're going to see the whole movie. It's a movie/musical. So everybody's playing themselves in the movie. Party artists in it, D-Flow, E-Dawn is in the movie, AG, Lord Finesse, me, Showbiz is in it. We're even playing Fat Joe in that film. But yeah, all of us are playing ourselves, and there's scenes where we actually rapping, and it's the song. So that scene is an actual song, but it's a scene in the movie. So people need to watch that whole film, and then you'll lead into it, and it'll show the actual footage of what started from '89. And then, at the end, you'll see that film. But I don't want to give it away, but go watch that movie. It's good.
Yeah, I'll definitely go check that out. I never even realized that was part of a movie. I thought you guys actually came back to, I could tell it was a recorded song, the rematch, but, I always wondered kind of what prompted you guys to do that. That's really dope.
Yeah. And also, I got a new video about to drop, on the 12th, on April 12th. You know what I'm saying? Y'all look out for that. It's called Percee P, called Making Music. Me and my man Chuck Chiller from LA. You know what I'm saying? We did a song. It's something that I had recorded for years, but he kind of pieced it together. And my man Lifelong, shout out to him. He had a label called Culture Power 45. And he wanted to put out a compilation. So he put out something called, the first one is called Afro Picks Volume 1. He asked me last year, yo, you got a track you want to submit for this project I'm doing, Culture Afro Picks Volume 1 on a label called Culture Power 45. So I said, all right. I gave him that song. I called my man Chuck, said, yeah, let's give it to him. Gave it to him. And then his band, Oliver Whitehouse, from out in the UK, came out and he was recording like 2 weeks ago, I guess. He was sitting down about going on 3. But he was actually out here trying to record, shooting videos real quick while he was here before he had to go back home. And we got a chance to knock that song out, a video for it. So y'all look out for that. Making music. And on my Instagram, you see me put like a little screenshot. But yeah, and you can hear the song actually on the playlist. My playlist, if you want to hear the song, but when the video's about to drop, so on April 12th, look out for that.
Dope, man. I'm looking forward to the video too, and actually, you know, you posting that is what prompted the whole interview to begin with. So,
I appreciate you reaching out. Yeah, because you know some people might look at something and don't take the chance to just hit me, but yeah, you did. In the comment, I like hit you in the DM. Yeah, let's do it, man. Appreciate that the opportunity to let people know what's going on and give them some more information about what I'm doing. But yeah, you know, just try to just get more fans. You know what I'm saying? So supporters out there. So yeah, I appreciate this opportunity.
Yo, no, I appreciate it too, man. You know, like I said, I love just talking. You know, for one, lyricists such as yourself. You know, people who have influenced me, such as yourself. But you know, on the other side of that, you've seen so many stages of hip hop right from the beginning too. So it's like I got so many different things I could talk to you about. You know what I mean? Like, you know, we haven't even dented the list of things that I got to talk to you about. You know what I mean? So you know, and I don't want to keep you all day. So you know, we will cut it fairly shortly. I do want to ask about a few more things though, and you know, I would love to have you on the show again in the future if you're down.
Yeah,
you know?
I'm down with that. Dope. Yeah, definitely.
Dope, man.
Yeah, that's a part of being an artist, man. Some interviews too, get it out there, man. I definitely appreciate you reaching out and giving me that opportunity. I'm looking forward to another one as well.
Dope.
So yeah, I'll definitely be down.
Amazing, man. Because yeah, I got 2 full pages of like topics and stuff to talk about, and I swear we've probably only crossed out about 4. But you know, the conversation's just so good, and you're dropping jewels. I'm not gonna cut you off to ask you some other random shit, right? So. Yeah, man, I'd love to have you on the show again, but there's a few points that, you know, that relate back to things we've already discussed that I do want to cover before I let you go today. But cool. one thing being the Stretch and Bobbito show, you actually had your own segment on the show for a period of time, didn't you? Where you would bring some of your classic
old school
tapes?
Corners. Yeah, Percee Old School Corners. Yeah, they used to do that early in the years when it first started, early stages. I used to play my old school tapes, and this is how it all went down. Like, I remember just being down there, because I was a regular guest, because when I first went down there, that's how I got signed to Big Beat, because Stretch was the A&R of Big Beat. When I came down there, he told me right after he finally gave me his card. Bobbito was working for Def Jam, but he was working on promotion department. So both of them gave me a card. But the very next day, Stretch kind of got at me back, like, yo, P, man, I really like what you did. Yo, what you doing now, man? I'd love to have a meeting with you. I'm the A&R Big Beat Records. I'd love to. So I told my DJ, Kim, told him, yo, man, you got a Big Beat? Yeah, I know Big Beat. At the time, they had popular radio songs on the radio. They had a group called Jomanda. They had a song called Got a Love For You. And they had another artist named Tara Kemp. She was on the radio all the time. She had a song called Just Wanna Hold You Tight. Those were popular songs that was on the radio every day, like on daytime, mainstream, commercial radio, and so they had something going. So I knew their music when I heard it, like this the same label. So when I came down there with E. Kim to have the meeting, we were sitting there waiting, and we heard this guy playing his beats. And when he got up, once he left, we said, "Hey, could we get your number? That was your track leader." Yeah, you got his name and his number, and his name was T-Ray, Todd Ray.
Yeah.
And he's the guy who produced my Lung Collapse lyrics, Putting Heads to Bed. He did Deluxe Posse, I'm Not Going to Be Able to Do It. He did that song, he did songs for Artifacts. He went on to get Grammys, like 3 Grammys, worked with Santana. I introduced him to Lord Finesse.
Wow.
I told Finesse to contact him when he needed, before Lord Finesse to even make him beat. He was looking for, like, music for his next single, the Yes You May remix. He was trying to put out that in a Party Over Here remix. He wasn't a producer at the time, but I remember telling him to contact my man. He gave him a call. He took Big L with him over there. And he go, "Hey, man, his beat, yo, he was right, yo." And he did the Party Over Here remix on the flip side. And I regret so much of not being able to make the studio session for that Yes You May remix. Man, I was supposed to be on that song. I was surprised to find out AD didn't even be on it, but that was the birth of Big L. I supposed to be on that, so I regret that. But the only thing I could say, I put this out there. People might not know, but Lord Finesse mentioned this on the interview, and this is also on my playlist. Finesse, for those who know Lord Finesse song, he had a song called You Know
Wow, eh?
USB.
I said, wow, I never realized that. I'll have to rewatch that video now.
Even Maestro Fresh West, his video with Showbiz, you know. Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, fine-tune the mic. I'm in that video. Little scene, we out in the park and all that. Yeah. I've been places. I've been around. I was real low key, and I don't know why, but I should have been maybe more upfront. Maybe some people wouldn't take photos. Some people jump to the front, try to be, you know, I was comfortable like, wow, I'm cool right here. But maybe I should have been more out there, jumping in the front. And I don't like to be cutting in front of people, but people will probably realize that I've been around all along. But, you know, the artist that knows, no. People that know. And Big Al, we were very close. He used to call me a lot. You know, before I moved out to the West Coast, he called me, talked to me on the phone, dropped some rhymes. He asked me, yo, man, here's something. I know you guys fine. So, you know, he told people about me. The last time I ever saw him alive, he asked me to come to his block. Harlem, I was rhyming in his park, right there by his block. I don't know who I was rhyming with, but I know Herb McGruff was there, who I know too from Big Al.
Yeah.
So he was there, McGruff, Big Al, me, and I could have been rhyming with Cameron, Mace, all these guys. I just didn't know him. But he had told all of them about me and how I would come, and so I wish that was on tape, but it wasn't. But yeah.
Wow, that's crazy, man. And actually, I was gonna ask you about the Yes You May remix as well too. I was always wondering if you were supposed to be on that or not. So that's kind of crazy. Like the fact you brought that up, that's crazy.
I was supposed to be on that, but at least my name is mentioned on the song AG.
Yep.
You know? Yeah.
Yeah, Big Al goes in on that, man.
Even MC Search song, I was on. I recorded for the song Back to the Grill.
Yeah.
That Nas and Shub Rock and Red Hot Leviton. Yeah, I was in the studio. This how I was with that. I'll tell you the history on that. Well, I was already signed a big beat, so I was waiting for my songs to drop. My songs were all mastered and everything, waiting for it to drop. And when I see my Beatles show all the time, Akinelli knew one of my cousin Taiwan.
Yeah.
But he used to rhyme. He called himself Brother Exact. So he said, when I was on the radio, a lot of my family used to tell other people, they're like, yo, it's my cousin, Percee. I ain't your cousin. They didn't believe him. So one day, Stretch Armstrong about me on the show, and I got a phone call off the air. They're like, yo, Percee, you got a phone call. I got on the phone, and it was like, yo, what's up, it's Percee P? Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's Akinelli, man. Oh, shit, what up? Yo, what's good, man? Yo, you got a cousin? Yeah, my cousin Taiwan. Tell him. Yo, yeah, it's your cousin. Yeah, it's my cousin. He said, yo, I want to meet you. I said, yeah, come through, man. I'll meet you. Come to Big Beat. I told him to come to Big Beat. I could let him hear my stuff. It's about to drop. Let you hear it. He came down there and brought Nas with him. So he brought Nas with him. Now I'm letting him hear my long class lyric, putting heads to bed. Now he wants to see me typing it. We in there. Let me hear something. Guys, I'm dropped. You know, we MC. So you want to drop something. So I dropped. Then next you know, we get a call from Chung King Studio. Yo, P, you still at the label? Yeah, I'm over. Yo, I'm with them. Yo, why don't y'all come down to Chung King? Cause we're trying to get a hook for the song. The song Here It Comes. If you know MC Search song Here It Comes, the remix. That's me, Nas, Akinelli, Miranda, Wheeler, like all of us singing that chorus.
Oh wow!
Album, you see our names in the shout out. You see we mention our names together in the shout out. Yep, that's us doing that chorus. The chorus. While we was there recording that, then it turned to, yo, why don't y'all drop a verse to this beat right here? Back to the Grill. So we all dropped the rhyme on it. When it came out, I wasn't on it. Akinelli wasn't on it. I'm like, damn, man. But you already know Percee P ain't spitting no whack. You know I ain't spitting none whack.
Yeah.
And Akinelli didn't spit none whack. Trust me, he didn't. But I don't know what happened. But I'll just put that out there. Search talked about it. He did say it. Nas rhyme too. When you look at his blast, he said Nas spell back. He actually dropped the rhyme. He rhymed with it. We all came down there and dropped verse. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know where that. I mentioned that. Like, and she really talked about it. Search talk. I talk about it. There's a lot of people that say, yo, what's up that tape? Where that's at? Like you too. I remember I searched about it years ago. He was like, yeah, I got it somewhere in a half-inch reel. That's what he said. So, that's what he said. So that's just going to be an unheard story. But it's an actual song. It was recorded, but it just ain't out there.
And Search never...
Lost files somewhere.
Search never told you either why, like, he cut you and Akinelli off the joint?
Nah. And he never said it, but I think he was getting a whole bunch of verses from people. He probably was just asking people random, come through, drop the bomb on this beat, and maybe he just knocked it down to whoever he felt at the time, Red Hot Level Tone, was one of the track masters, and I'm gonna be Chubb Rock, Nas, maybe because he started working with Nas and trying to manage him, maybe I'm gonna throw him in there. And now, and big shout out to all of them guys, Nas, all of them, you see where they at, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, but I know I was a part of that, but I'm glad that at least Search acknowledged when he was on Vlad TV. Yeah. Acknowledged that, I called the Percee, I called Nas, I called Eminem, I called the Riddler. See, the Riddler was somebody T-Way was working with. So I met him through T-Way. But it's just the fact that when I went down there, Riddler came down there, let me be kept too. You know what I'm saying? So that's how that went. That's the backstory. I'm telling you the story. I have stories behind all the songs I did. The backstories behind everything. Long classic lyrics. I did that song, and then one of my cousins, Kevin, he got murdered. So I went before the song came out. I went back in the studio and threw his name in. You know what I'm saying? I had to drop his name in the shout out, Kevin Turner, my cousin. He died young, you know what I'm saying? About to go to college the next day and got killed. So I had to put his name in there. And I told Farrell and them to come in the studio because Organized Confusion went to high school, the art and design. Prince Paul and Farrell went there, but they wasn't Organized Confusion was rapping at the time. But when I had the studio session in Power Play Studio, Anton on the board, but he brought OC with him. So I just told him, at the beginning, could you say this part? I wrote it out, and he just, on the beginning of the song, shut up, Markel. Why don't you kick some over on collateral lyrics for these people, my MCs, to assimilate? I said, I know what you mean. Just give me the mic. Like that. That's all.
Oh, shit.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, man. But that's a little history, man. Behind every song is always a story, right?
Yeah. That's crazy, though, with the back.
I'm happy to share that with you, but there's a real stuff, man. There's people that want to know these things. That's why I do it. So I try to make a point. Every time I do an interview, at least talk about it. Hashtag stuff. Get the part. So next time you go on my Instagram, just look at my hashtags on my post and click on it.
Yeah.
Like Percee soundtracks. Click on it. Percee, the BQ and full effect. Boom. It's going to be more than just that. It's going to be other things, but I'm putting pieces together for you. Like, so people like yourself that might want to interview me, at least, and oh man, I ain't know about this, I'm gonna ask about this, so I'm giving you things to maybe inquire about later.
Yeah, no, that's smart too.
And if you're a DJ, you might want to look for that. I ain't know about this, I ain't know about that. Okay, I'm gonna get that. And if you look at my playlist, you're gonna see visual covers of everything. Like, you get a lot of stuff, man. I'm gonna get this, I'm getting that, and I put the links to every album, every song on that playlist. I make sure I put the link to get how to get it. The link where it just took the whole album with labels, the playlist, who else is on that album. I did that just to make sure you know who else is on the album.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So just next time you go, just kind of look at the comment section of each song. You'll see me posting links.
No,
yeah.
I like that.
Ahead. I just think it strategically.
Yeah, it's a smart idea, man. A lot of people don't use hashtags on Instagram and shit with very much meaning. So I like how you do that, and you're kind of leaving like a cookie or like a breadcrumb trail. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
for like the history with
I believe that, because I already know from just being slept on for a lot of years, undermining that, knowing about. I ain't know about you, and all right, let me put this on the hashtag with DJ Shadow sample. Let the homicides begin at his album. Napalm Brain, Scatterbrain, his song on introducing. So I put it there. So you know that song, that's Percee P. Well, I didn't know that. That's what Let the Homicides Begin. Okay, let's Let the Homicides Begin right here. We can't feel like I've been listening to this song for you. I ain't know what it looked like, but I put it all there. So now it's like people ain't got no excuses now. Not to know now. We're in this era where everything is right there now, right in your face. You might have missed the years when it just came out, but you know where to find now. So you just gotta just go search everything you see. There's a link somewhere. Or somebody's trying to sell it on eBay or something, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I have to go that route. But yeah, it's there. I'm trying to connect. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man, and like one thing I did want to ask about too with the Back to the Grill joint before we completely go off of it. One thing I always wondered about, because, you know, Live at the Barbecue is a Main Source song, and I asked K Cut, a Main Source, about this when I interviewed him, and he didn't have the answer. He said you would have to ask, he said I would have to ask Large Pro. But I always wondered why Live at the Barbecue, you know, that was a Main Source joint, but then MC Search came out with Back to the Grill, and it had, like, Nas and shit on it, and it almost seemed like it was, like, the part 2 of the Main Source song, but yet it was, you know what I mean? Yeah. Yet it was a completely different artist song. But you mentioned
that. I don't know. I don't really know, but what you going to say? I'm sorry for cutting you off.
Sorry, I was just going to say, like, did that idea for Back to the Grill kind of form, like, when you guys were in the studio with him? Because Akinelli originally... Because Akinelli was on the original Live at the Barbecue.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. All I know is that it was... The initial call was about, I need some people on the hook. Yeah. Because I was already with them. I need some people on the hook. Could y'all come down, John King, with his hook with a song called Here It Comes, remix.
Yeah.
T-Ray producing. And T-Ray produced the Back to the Grill as well. So it's like, yeah, I need y'all for the hook. And we just went down there and dropped it. But while we did it, he was like, yo, why y'all drop a bomb on this beat, which was Back to the Grill. He pulled it up. And we just dropped because we were there. And he was working on this album. We already knew Search from third base. Like, yo, it's just another chance to get out there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, all right, let's do it. I did it, you know, just turned into that. But I wish that would have been out. That could have been a song I could have added to the playlist.
Yeah, definitely.
People, you know what I'm saying?
Like, did he have the hook on?
That, you know.
Did he have the hook on this, like, on that beat already when you guys dropped on it, or was it just the beat?
Yeah, I think the hook already was already on it.
Okay.
But I think he just wanted us to just drop to it, and we just was rhyming and
okay.
You know,
and another thing I wanted to ask about too, you know, because like you said, like you used to do the section on Stretch and Bob's show, and like you've got a very, very big collection, I've heard you say in other interviews, of just classic hip hop tapes. I was just curious what like your most cherished or rarest tapes in your hip hop collection of like the old school shit, like the park jams and that kind of stuff. Like what some of your most cherished tapes in your collection were?
Well, I cherish all of them.
Yeah.
Really, but I know like the most prized and the most notable ones that the Cool Movie, BGB, Harwell, you know what I'm saying? The MC Convention, you know. So that one. Then there was like that Cold Question Portsmouth Tees battle. Really wasn't a battle, but that was one that a lot of people knew.
Oh, you got that?
Fantastic Five and Cold Crush Battle, Harwell, like, you know, those are more notable, but there's still a lot of other crews that were still getting down from before. I had Cosmic Force at Jazzy 5, had Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, I had Cosmic Force, Soul Sonic Force, Cold Crush, Treacherous 3, L Brothers Tape, Fantastic 5, Busy B, and AJ, and Force and C's, before they were Force and B's, and Johnny Wild, Top Sticks. I mean, I had a lot of people. I had tapes of Dougie Fresh before he was really making records.
Wow.
He was with Kid West, and Rob Bass, rhyming in like Chill Wheelhouse, and Barry V House, and Tito from Philly 4 coming over there rhyming, the Most Crew, and MC Rob Bass battling a cat named Holiday, and Lincoln Project. I had Crash Crew tapes, and like, I mean, I had tapes. I was a fan. That's all we had back then. So I was like a fan. Like, yo, I got tape. I got this tape. I might meet somebody who had a tape I ain't have. Let me get that. Give me Schoonie G rhyming with Treacherous 3 at the T Connection. Word. Let me get that Harwell. Let me get that. I give you this. Like, you know, I built my collection like that. So that was like what I had. And then besides stuff off the radio, taping Mr. Magic, they might have played, oh shit, OD rhyming with Tila Rock off of My Melody. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Kick that and add that to like whatever I had and stuff like that. So that's what it was like back then. You recorded stuff and cherished it. Oh, did you hear last night they played for the first time? Here it comes. Here we go. Run your MC. You heard that? Yeah, I heard that too. I only got this. I got the whole thing. Let me get a copy. Like that, you know?
Wow.
So that's how it was. You just recorded off the radio. I might have been listening to Red Alert. You might have been taping Mr. Magic, or vice versa. Or you went back and forth. Like, I'm taping here. If they playing something I really like, I'm going to switch it over real quick. Listen to, oh, we're taping this song. Then I'll cue it up. and she was playing a better song. I'm gonna take this song. That's how it was. Then we went to school with a Walkman, listened to it. Yo, I got a dope tape I made, and yo, let me get a copy of that. You make on speed dub, and yo, I taped so. Did you hear this song? Nah. I remember hearing like having taped Rakim and his kid with it, Rakim and Wine Dance. You know, I had tapes like that. I gave that to like cats like T-Ray, my whole collection way back. T-Ray, you know what I'm saying? He had all that. You know what I'm saying? Kid with it, Rakim. Now with them, Rakim, everybody knows. But I had things like that. I had Biz Markie rhyming with Rakim.
Wow.
Like, yeah, house party. I'm talking about house parties. It's like getting on. Yeah, I had tapes like that. Yep.
That's crazy.
So I was just a fan. And then 201, I was hanging with KG, like I said, KG, almighty KG from the Cold Question to take me around. Cause me and my man Denique getting us. We went to a school called 201 in Harlem, and I saw EPMD for the first time when they only had the first song out. You know, their customer.
Yeah.
And it's my thing. They had that. That's the only thing they had out. They were standing on lunch table for that show. Pushed some lunch tables together. They were standing on it, performing. Right? We was there. Me, KG, and my man Denique. We was there.
You were there?
Right after that, we left and went to Harlem World. We went to Harlem World. No, the rooftop, I'm sorry. We went to the rooftop. And EPMD was over there. We saw them like 2 times and whatnot. They bounced from there and went to the rooftop, and we went over there. And boom, they was there. And I think like the Majestic Productions, Ali Moore, Pine, like the cats, they was there. Yeah. So I still remember stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? But for those who wasn't around, might be like, damn, who are these things? Who are these cats? But that's how of a fan I was of the hip-hop. Even though I was doing my thing, I still acknowledge there was cats who was around who wasn't. I ain't never heard of these cats until this time. I heard these cats when I was out. These cats was out. These cats was out before I was out. You know what I'm saying? Like that. Yeah? So that's who I am. I'm just a cat that really was just a fan of hip-hop. But I just got a chance to make records, and I'm still a fan. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's crazy, though, man. Like, to be able to see some of that shit, like EPMD, first performance, performing on lunch tables and shit, man. Like, you know, like, just to be able to see
somebody
that.
go and ask EPMD about that. I remember I did a tour with Kanye Price and the Keystone, live band I made records with. They got an album called Lucas High. I'm on a few of their albums, but Lucas High got a lot of people on it. Me, Brand Nubian, Macy Gray, Big Daddy Kane, Super and Mark 7 from Jurassic 5. Whole bunch of legendary people. Novena Carmel, she's on the song Man Guilty since then. She's Slide from Slide Family Stone, that's his daughter. Like, she's on the hook on the song Man Guilty since on that album. It's a live band. But look up these songs and do background searches on the music so you can kind of see who people is. But yeah, that was deep. I was on a tour. I did like 5 tours with Kanye Price Keystone. Different tours. It was all sponsored by Scion, the car company. They sponsored these tours. And I did a tour with Brand Nubian before. That was the first one I did. Then I think I did another tour with Too Short. Did another tour with the band was playing all our music. They played all our music live. They learned their music, and then they took us on the road to tour. And I was the opening act. But I took the tour with Brand Nubian. Then another tour with Slick Rick, another tour with EPMD, another tour with MOP, and another tour with Too Short.
Wow.
So like 5 different tours with them. But when I was on tour with EPMD, I remember I was in Atlanta. I jumped on, because I think the first show was like in Atlanta. So I jumped on the elevator. I got my room key, because they had to give everybody their room keys so we could go in the room. I jumped on the elevator, and next thing you know, the door opened up, and it's Eve Devil. He had an elevator. I said, "What's up, E? What's up, man? Percee P. Oh, what's up, man? I know you." I said, "Where, you know? Yeah, man. Sure. I used to listen to like Stretch and Bob. You know about that? Like, yeah, we can listen to all. They told me this. I used to listen to Hank Love. I knew they was on them shows back then, the Hank Love show. But yeah, man, we still listen to all that. He told me that. I was like, wow. We do. Yeah, now we know. Even MOP. I remember touring with them. These guys, they was playing my music. The Perseverance playing in the tour bus, winding back. Yeah, play the song again. I'm like, damn, play it again. But they know my homegirl, Jazzy Motor. She's a producer, and it was crazy how I met her like when I moved out to Cali. But she's a producer, and she could play like AZ songs in the car. She picked me up. She playing underground, AZ, MOP, playing this shit like, damn, females, you rocking out to nothing but like this hardcore underground hip hop. I don't listen to that bullshit. I'm doing this shit. And one day, I'm like, yo, I'm touring with MOP. Oh shit! And then next you know, she's producing, working with these cats. And we laugh because we thought we laugh like, yo, you remember that shit, yo? She knows I'm somebody that knows, like, yo, you know I'm a real head. I was listening to this shit for real. It wasn't like I'm just jumping on that one. I was really listening. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, you know, I'm proud of her. Yeah, Jazzy Moto. Look up for her. She's a dope producer. Just like Georgia Ann Modro, you know, the other female dope producer. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Yeah. You know, I feel blessed to work with a lot of people. Jake Dilla, Man Liv, you know, Easy Mo B. Shout out to my man Big D and Easy Mo B. I'm on 2 songs on the album, and oh, man, so many people. You know what I'm saying? And every day is history, so I'm adding on to it. So there's so many people I don't work with, but it's still more to come, still available, still doing songs. Y'all reach out to me if you want to make something happen. We make the business, we make the moves. Hit me in my DMs or my emails right on my playlist. You can email me, percee308@gmail.com. You see it in a link on my Instagram and on my Twitter at The Real Percee P. Or you go on my YouTube channel, Percee P. You leave me a comment. I'll get back to you like how, you know, yeah, I'll be hitting cats up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man, you know, and like I said, man, I got so much stuff to talk with you about still, but, you know, I don't want to keep you all day, so we'll wrap it up because you just ended it on a perfect note, kind of letting people know where they can find you online and stuff like that. But, yeah, man, I would love to get you back on the show again in the future if you're down, you know, there's so much history to still talk about, man. We ain't even touch, you know, tons of shit. We didn't even touch.
I'm ready.
One thing I do want to ask before I let you go, though, because it is still kind of current. But you posted a video on your YouTube about a month ago with you and Pete Rock, and it was like kind of like what you were saying earlier. Like you were just kind of here's the video, we here, and that's all you did. You left it to the imagination. So I was curious.
Stay tuned.
So
hey,
you got something with Pete Rock in the making?
Is that I'm just keeping you. Hey, trust me. You already know. We see y'all, we already see who I worked with. So I ain't just doing this to be for show. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I ain't gonna do nothing if it ain't really gonna happen. I gotta be. So you just stay tuned, like I said, and trust me. You ain't gotta hear nothing, but you can trust me. Ain't gonna be no wax.
All right.
No whackness, but whatever you gonna hear is gonna be quality, and I believe in quality more than quantity. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
So just that, and others. So I'll just leave it at that. You see my new video, you know. So just like I said, stay tuned for that. April 12th. You know what I'm saying? Making music. Percee P and Chuck Chiller. You know what I'm saying? On Apple Picks Volume 1, Culture Power 45. Shout out to Oliver from Section Red. You know what I'm saying? So look out for that. They produce a video, Section Red. Check out the YouTube channel, Section Red. And the videos are hot. So I'm looking forward for that to drop. Can't wait for y'all to see it. And y'all follow me. I hope y'all subscribe to my YouTube channel, just Percee P. Look at my face and just follow it. If you can't follow it, just type up Percee P songs and features, and then just follow me, subscribe to me. It'll build up the following.
Word up, man. Before we do let you go, you know, just let them know one more time, too, like the social handles. You just gave them the YouTube. Let them know the Instagram if they want to find you on there and everything.
Yep. My YouTube is at Percee P. P-E-R-C-E-E-P. P-E-R-C-E-E space P. Right? Just look at my face. I got my face in it. But, and just type up Percee P songs and features. So if you type that up, you'll already be on the channel and just subscribe. You know. And then Instagram and Twitter is at The Real Percee P. Thereal P-E-R-C-E-E-P. TherealPerceeP. The Real Percee P. Or one word. And you know, y'all holler at me. My email is on there, but I'll say it anyway. It's PERCEE308@gmail.com. PERCEEP. No, PERCEE 308@gmail.com. That's it, right there.
Amazing, man, you know, and I'm looking forward to the video dropping April 12th. Can't wait to see that. And looking forward to, you know, any other, whatever else you got coming in the future for us. Looking forward to see what you and Pete Rock might have in the tuck for us.
Big shout out to Pete Rock. Appreciate that. And others. My man Easy Mo B and my man D Mo Red and Podcast. Yeah. Y'all stay tuned. Trust me. You know what I'm saying? Stay tuned. And just follow me. Like I said, go on that YouTube channel, listen, so y'all can get updated on what I'm doing and where I'm going, and click on them hashtags. Go to my Instagram. I can let you in so you can see what I've been doing. And if you want to see live performances, just type Percee P Live on Stage on YouTube. Percee P Live on Stage. And it's a playlist of live performances. You're going to see a whole bunch of places I've been. So hopefully in the future, when things get cleared up with all this COVID virus going on, coronavirus, hopefully we all come back together and we can have those moments of sharing, you know, artist performances, and at least I'll give you a view of what it was like to see Percee P live on stage. So I share that still to this very day. I'll be putting clips on YouTube and stuff, and Instagram and all that. So, you know, let y'all see what I'm doing and what I've done.
Word up,
right?
man.
Hope to hear from y'all. Hope y'all reach out to me and, you know, make some move and make some magic happen for the future.
Definitely, man, you know, and look forward to having you back on the show again, man. You know, I could talk to you for hours about hip-hop, bro, for real.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you reaching out. Yeah, I look forward to it, doing it again in the future.
Thank you very much, my man. I appreciate your time very much, and definitely, you know, want to get you back on the show again in the near future, if you're game for it, for sure. Like, you know, this was an hour and a half, and I could easily talk another hour and a half with you about stuff we ain't even touch on yet.
Yeah, well, feel free, like I said, you know, when you're ready, you know, holler at me. Definitely, it's a pleasure and an honor, you know what I'm saying? I appreciate that. I'm sure other people will watch this just like, you know what I'm saying? So I appreciate the opportunity to reach more people.
Yeah,
and
man.
Like I said, feel free, whenever, you know?
Yeah, man, and I appreciate your time so much, man, and just thank you, you know, for your contributions to this thing we call hip-hop, man, you know. I appreciate all the groundwork you put in since you came in the game and what you're still doing, man, you know, and just keep doing it, you know.
Yeah, and you keep doing what you're doing. Thank you for doing what you do, giving opportunities to cats like myself and others, and being a vessel, you know, for all of us. So I appreciate what you're doing and for the game and artists like myself.
Word, man. I appreciate that, man. Thank you. And, you know, stay safe during this corona shit, you know. We'll get through this shit. Just make sure you stay safe. Hope you and your family all stay safe and, you know.
You too.
All right, my man.
Thank you.
Thank you, G.
All right. Peace.
Peace, brother.